Hello, everybody. Welcome to Taste of Reality. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, and we're reviewing Put a Ring on It Season 2, Episode 2. Listen, Oprah, or whoever is the showrunner of this show, this is how you elevate, okay? Because last season, we were getting our feet wet with the concept. This season, yes, I am here for all of it. And for everybody who was waiting for the watch party last night, I'm so sorry. Life got hectic, and then somebody tried to break into my car. It's just a rough weekend, okay? So I apologize. But before we get into the review, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever I post a video. Now let's get into the review. So we're going to start with Eric and Jessica. Jessica is putting pressure, okay? She's applying pressure with this dress.
I bought it.
Yeah?
When you went on your date, I bought this for my date.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Now, Randon, aka Mr. Steal Your Girl, is Jessica's date, and sir, how you gonna be Mr. Steal Your Girl if you ain't never had a girl? I've never understood this concept to begin with anyways. Like, how are you gonna take somebody from someone? That person was never theirs to begin with, okay? There's no stealing of partners. There's nothing like that. Like, please. And for you to be so confident that you feel like you can take somebody away, I would need a longer rap sheet than what you got, which is 0.
I've told people that I trust him, like, 100%, but it's always, like, in the back of my head, like, what else is he doing?
He has trust issues with her. She has trust issues with him. She's flirty. He's flirty. Child, what? What is this? So, man, I can't tell if she's into him for real. I would say no, just because it didn't feel like a vibe, but I would be concerned if, like, she just is this flirty with anybody all the time. And also you, like, do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, why want to be with somebody who constantly makes you insecure that they're gonna, jump off to the next ship? Like, marriage? Really? Okay, well, we'll watch the season out. We'll watch the season out. So at the group session, Jessica brings up the mutual trust issues, and Dr. Nicole's response was perfection.
So you all are trying to build long-term on that foundation?
Yeah, we're trying. It don't hurt to
Do you
try.
think it's sustainable?
No, I don't think it's sustainable at all.
This is why we need therapists on these shows, man. Ugh, it just adds such a great element to the show. However, trust is key in any relationship, marriage included, friendships, business partners, parent and child. I mean, come on. So the fact that this is something that you guys have both acknowledged that you have issues with each other, but you're still contemplating whether or not you should be married. Again, we'll watch the season. We will watch the season. So at the end of the day, she chooses to forego a date with Randon based on his lack of dating experience. So much for Mr. Steal Your Girl. He stole nothing, okay? He's sitting here empty-handed. So the next couple is Darian and Alexis, and we ended with a cliffhanger of whether or not Darian was going to pick a second date with Kai, and he says he wants to see her, and Alexia is less than impressed.
He can have all the space he wants.
Ma'am,
I'm being honest. So take all the
but
space.
that's a defensive reaction. That's not a truthful reaction.
Now, when Dr. Nicole says it's the women's turn to go on dates, Darian is actually kind of excited for Alexia to go on a date because he wants her to fully engulf herself into this process. And in my mind, I'm thinking one of two things. One, he is so secure in their relationship that it really does not matter who comes in, who comes out. They are going to be together forever. Or two, the process was an excuse. And they're just gonna call it quits at the end of the whole thing. And I don't even know which one I would agree with. I feel like it's great to immerse yourself in the process, but his nonchalantness is almost like, dang, are you trying to leave her? And the show is like your scapegoat? Or are you just that confident in y'all's relationship that you're just like, yeah, babe, explore, do you, boo, and we'll come back together and resume like nothing happened? I don't know.
What's going on, brother?
Lord.
Smoke, nice to meet you. Chris, bro. Chris, this is Lex, my girl.
What's good, Lex? Nice to meet you.
Hey.
According to Alexia, Chris is her type to a T, and that did not bother Darian by any means. Man, I need this man's confidence. I need it. Chris takes Alexia to a batting cage, and at that date, she discloses that her and Darian have actually never spoken about marriage at all.
We've been together 14 years, and there ain't even no conversations about marriage. I mean, they're dibble and dabbles, but it's frustrating.
So I'm here thinking, how can you have the expectation that marriage is to come when you haven't set out your expectations in the relationship? So if you've never talked about marriage and at the beginning of dating, you never said, I would want to be married to you, how are you now going to be in a situation where you're frustrated that marriage is not on the table when you guys haven't put it on the table? The more I hear these two talk about their relationship, the more it sounds like it was two best friends who were young and in love who maybe should have stayed best friends. I don't know. It's clear there's love between the two of them, but it's easy for them to compare when something new comes around, or to say, it's not like we used to do it. It's not like whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so maybe the title of relationship, the title of being girlfriend or boyfriend has waned on the connection that y'all used to have. And maybe it was so good back then because you were that good of friends. You know what I mean? And now that there's this pressure of a commitment, it's made it hard to have those fun, exciting moments that you had when you were younger. Also, you were younger. You know what I mean? That plays a part too. But I can't help but think maybe it was at its best when it had no commitment to it, when it was just friends. And I don't know, y'all let me know in the comments, but I feel like there are friends who fell in love who probably should have stayed friends. So at the group session, Alexia was doing the same thing that Darian was doing last week and, talking about how good the connection was and comparing the things that was lacking in their relationship. However, the difference with this time is Alexia took what was a deficit in their relationship and tried to revive it. So she pointed out how she finally felt seen and heard by somebody who didn't just talk over her or wasn't maybe listening to what she was intending to say. And instead of being frustrated, she tried to implement that in the relationship, and it seems to be building their connection.
The other day, we stayed up from 12 to 7 a.m. just talking. We ain't did that since college.
There was no finger pointing. It wasn't a finger pointing party.
This is what the process is supposed to do. You're supposed to have an experience with somebody that sheds light on your relationship, whether it's good or bad. They're both really taking on the process, and we're just gonna have to see whether it'll be for the better or for the worse. So unfortunately for Chris, all he brought to the table was clarity, and Alexia chose not to go on a second date with him. However, I do have to say, okay, this next guy she's going on a date with, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So last but not least, we have Sean and LaRonda, and they start off the episode with a private session with Dr. Nicole, where they're tackling their biggest issue, which is finances.
Is your worth fully defined by your work?
I think just the family ideal that I have adapted was you're worthless if you're not working.
So Sean says that what's holding him back from marriage is the fact that he is not financially free. This is not to be confused with financial security. He's not financially free in a way that, would make him feel like he's not going down the same track that his father was on with his mom. But I see it as an excuse. I'm sorry. If you love this person, they've been together, 5 years? Something like that. I don't know. But you love her so much. No dollar amount is going to keep you from marrying this person. I understand nobody wants to go into a marriage struggling. But who's to say this wedding has to be, to the nines, like 80 grand. It doesn't have to be that expensive. Literally, you can bring your closest people, have somebody from the civil union, something, put y'all together, and y'all are married. Now, if you want a big wedding, you can save up for that and do that later. But she wants this gesture of, I am committed to you through marriage. She literally has said, I do not care how much money you have. And from her, I actually believe it. And unfortunately, Sean has put this burden on himself that is not required of him. And it's keeping him from doing something. No, you know what? Let me not get ahead of myself. It's keeping him from doing something that he's very capable of doing right now. John is LaRonda's date, and
Peace and blessings, brother.
Come on in, man.
Peace and blessings. Okay.
You can hold on, man. I'll walk with you. Yeah, it's all good. Just walk it freely.
anyways, guys, LaRonda is funny. You would not think she's funny from like how she's presented on the show, but on this date, like she's actually funny.
I make music for a living.
You know, I can do a little who.
Well, yeah, look.
Just a who. And if I need to, you know, buzz a little bar, you get one.
What?
One bar.
Okay, I can handle that.
She says that she misses these little things of having fun and not taking yourself too serious. And man, as you watch the episode, I get it. Sean, Sean is so engulfed with these things that she's not even requiring from him, that it's making it hard for them to enjoy time together, to just be in this committed relationship as the two of them, enjoying each other's presence, just being in love and enjoying life. He's just, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do, and it's making him miss what he has going on with LaRonda. Sean said that he's a really emotional guy, and if he's not smiling, he's crying, and it is very clear because when John takes LaRonda on a date, oh, Sean, this man, whew.
I don't think she'll intentionally hurt you. You got to be able to trust her, bro. And for all you know, it might be a bad date, so there's always that possibility.
That's kind of hard, brother.
This poor man is so lovesick, literally sick, that he cannot function when she's not around, yet will not take that step to show to her that he will never leave. Never leave, because come on, we know divorce happens. But I'm just like, she's asking for marriage. She's not asking for $1 million home. She's not asking for you to shoot up the club. She's asking for you to make this gesture that, yes, indeed, you're committing to me and me alone till death do us part. But he can't do that. But then is also going to cry when she's not around. Like, Sean, make it make sense. At the end of the episode, we do gain a better insight on the trauma that he has with his dad, and we see that it really does affect him deeper than we thought.
I think just at the end of the day, I just don't want to turn into my dad.
There you go.
It's okay.
He's so focused on what could be that he misses what is. And it's not even focused on what could be based on his actions. He's focused on what could be based on somebody who came before him. You were not your father. LaRonda is not your mother. You are two different people. This is a different union with different expectations. Stop putting the burden that your father has displayed that on, what am I saying? Like, he's taken this burden, right, that he put together based on what he saw his father do to his mother. And I get it. You never want to be the negative things that your parents were. But nobody is putting it on him. He's doing it to himself. So the poor thing is here struggling over the sins of somebody else. You know what I mean? It'd be one thing if his dad was in his life right now, drilling, you know, don't be like me, you should do better, blah, blah, blah. Or if his mom was like, well, you know, your deadbeat daddy used to do this and that. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's really sad because he loves this woman and he's holding himself back. Nobody else but him. So just like the rest of the women, LaRonda chooses not to go on the date, but it's for the exact same reason, basically. No, not the exact same reason, because this couple has me in such a frenzy. I can't even get my thoughts straight. Last week, Sean's excuse was the girl was too perfect. This week, LaRonda's excuse is she doesn't want to hurt Sean. But babe, more dates are coming. One of the women even said there's more to come. So if you're going to be saying no to people because you're afraid of how he'll react with you going on dates. It doesn't matter if you're going on another date with the same person. You're going on another date. That's happening. That's the process. That's what you signed up for. So I wonder if she will really immerse herself into the process if she finds somebody who she does have a genuine connection with, just in fear of losing him. And it's not even fear of losing him. It's fear of hurting him. And I'm like, girl, y'all signed on the dotted line, okay? You understand this. He understands this. Just do the process. All right? Okay. Okay, so I know I was all over the place. I was all over the place with these two. But next week is all the couples going on dates at the same time. Woo! Child. I am here for it. The drama, the mess, the confusion, the comparison. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And again, to my future boyfriend, don't you dare. Don't you dare think we're going on a process like this, because I promise you, I'm leaving with one of the contestants. Okay? We're not leaving together. You think I'm going to come here and watch you date other people? Not only to hear about it when I get home, but now I'm in the same room with you and your date. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Anyways, we'll have to wait until next week to see what happens. And again, guys, I will be doing another video for episode 3. And then on episode 4, I'll decide whether or not I'm going to do watch parties, if you even have made it to the end of this video to hear this part. So I know somebody's going to ask, where's the watch party, child? That's how you know y'all don't be watching to the end. But anyways, for those who did watch, I appreciate you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in another video.